Minnesota has become a hotbed of hate under the infiltration of Somali Muslims who have practically taken over much Minneapolis and St. Cloud. It was only a matter of time before the pitfalls of filling the state with so many anti-American refugees surfaced, and we're starting to see that come to fruition, most recently with a Somali cop who shot and killed a white woman for seemingly no reason on Sunday. Officer Mohammed Noor has been in hiding from the public since the shooting death of Justine Damone, and now we're getting word that the airport nearest to him went on lockdown after America's worst nightmare was discovered there. Minnesota is on America's radar and should have been well before now. It wasn't until Noor was somehow triggered by a loud noise that allegedly made him react by shooting his gun aimed at Damone, that many citizens knew there was a rather sizable Somali-American police association. However, it appears that this is only part of the state's problem, which is quickly becoming a huge issue for the entire country after what just put the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport on high alert. It's strange and perhaps not coincidental that with all of this negative attention on Minnesota's Somali Muslim population, that news the terrifying incident at their airport yesterday wasn't seemingly concealed. Not a word was written about it in mainstream news, and the press release on it is just getting out now, approximately 24 hours later. The FBI said in a release, in the early morning of July 19, 2017, the FBI's Minneapolis division was contacted by local law enforcement alerting to the presence of a suspicious item discovered at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, MSP. Terminal 2 was shut down to travelers while Minneapolis Airport and Bloomington Police Departments investigated a suspicious item left near a trash can. Although officers determined that the package was not connected to any threat of terrorism or danger to the public, it could have very well been a test run for something more serious in the near future. We do not believe that any members of the public were in any immediate danger and have not found any evidence of terrorism at this time. A special agent in charge, Richard Thornton of the Minneapolis Division, said, "We are grateful for the immediate response of the Minneapolis Airport Police and Bloomington Police Departments and their quick decision to include the FBI in this investigation. This incident demonstrates the valuable collaboration between the FBI and our local partners," Thornton added. This incident took place just 48 hours after the country became outraged over an innocent female civilian in the state being shot by a jumpy Muslim cop with a past of claims against him. The Somali community, as well as a group of Somali cops in Minnesota, have already expressed their fear of retaliation from Americans, as if citizens pose a bigger threat to safety than Muslim refugees. There's nothing to stop these people from fighting back in any way they can. Noor's motive has not officially been determined as of yet, in part because he won't talk to authorities. His family finally came forward today to basically tell others that they are the ones suffering, offering no remorse for the dead victim. While his intentions are not known, Islam's plans for world domination is, but what's preached and expected of followers in their holy book, the Quran. Islam sets out to instill fear in every American so that infidels can't live their lives peacefully in the Western world, which isn't congruent with the beliefs of the so-called religion of peace. A well-placed mystery package at an airport, where terrorism has struck in the worst way before, could serve as a reminder that you're never safe, giving control to the enemy who may or may not be testing the system to perfect their approach. The mainstream media is even pushing for Americans to be more concerned about Somali Muslims' feelings than the woman who was senselessly shot and killed by one. True to form, coverage of this incident seemed to be more concerned about backlash against Somali Muslims in America. This was never the plea when a black thug was shot by a white cop while in the commission of a crime. In fact, the mainstream media only encouraged violence by supporting destructive riots, calling it a natural reaction to a racist cop killing a black person. Why is that considered a racism? But when mentioning the skin colors and religion of the two involved in this cop on a civilian incident, it's racist to bring attention to these factors as a possible motive. What we should be worried about after this killing is the safety of all Americans, not just the sensitivities of Somalis and others who follow Islam. By the media perpetuating this narrative and criticizing anyone who questions it, They are playing right into the Muslims' plan to continue such atrocities and not be charged with it.